Hey y'all, it's Jude again. I am so sorry if you can hear my neighbors. They are dicks. I hate them, and they are always playing music through our ceiling. It's great. Our management won't do jack shit about it. It's awesome. Anyway, being an adult with autism, I am on the spectrum. I used to fall under the category of Asperger's, which a few years back they stopped kind of um, splitting that off. So now I am technically not having Asperger's. I just am on the autism spectrum, which is kind of nice because who wants to say that they have Asperger's? I did get a lot of shit growing up for having something that sounds like a burger made of ass. But anyway, I am considered high functioning in that I am able to assimilate into normal life like people without autism. Um, it's it's a blessing and a curse to be high functioning, and the reason I say that is yes, I am able to assimilate into normal society, but I'm still autistic. And that means I am a little weird sometimes compared to normal standards. So I'm gonna go over some lovely stories in which my autism has shown out and explain why it's just so fun. Story number one. I was in class. I am a master's student, and we were all just kind of hanging out before class. Our teachers are really kind of laid back and chill, and we kind of more colleagues than really like a formal professor and student relationship. And my professor was talking about a movie she'd seen over the weekend, and she was trying to kind of like think of I think she was trying to think of the title. She was like, "It's a movie. What do you call it?" And here I come. Um, I answered, it's called a film. And my professor said, yes, Jude, I know what a film is. And I knew right then I'd answered an ask me answer. She was not asking what a movie was and what the UK word was for a movie. She was literally asking something completely different. And I answered the literal question because that's what I do. Story number two. I teach for VIP Kid. I have not started yet, but I did attend a workshop that kind of prepped us for the mock class. And at the end of their workshop, there was a video or question and answer session where someone said to the mock teacher, can you reschedule your mock class? And I said, yes, you can reschedule your mock class. I'll show you. Let me share my screen and I'll show you the button where it says click here to reschedule. And the teacher tried to dismiss me and play off like most normal people do and say, that's all right, I don't think you can share your screen. And I said, no, no, I'll share my screen. I'll show you where it says click here if you have a schedule conflict and reschedule your mock class. And then the other person said, that's all right. And the teacher answered the actual question they were asking, which was, if I reschedule, will that look bad on my resume? The answer was yes. It does look bad if you reschedule your mock class too many times. But I'm ASPE, so I answered, yes, you can totally do that. It is a actual possibility in the realm of the possible world. Good times being autistic. And like, I know that seems really inconsequential. It's just, but it makes it seem like I'm trying to be a smart ass or I'm trying to be funny and I'm not. And it makes when the whole class laughs or whatever, and I was trying to be actually helpful and try to answer a question, um, it just sucks. Like, you ever call the teacher mom and like the whole class just starts dying? It's like that, except it's like every day. It's like every day. And it's as an adult. Like, this is me. I'm 28. I am grown. I've been grown for 10 years now. And every time this happens, I just feel mortified. And there's this concept that autistic people don't know when they're being made fun of, but we do. We so do. And it just really sucks. Like, I'm not trying to be funny when I answer a question like that, and then as soon as I realize that I just answered it really aspy, it just, I just feel like crap. So, like I said, it's this blessing and a curse of being high functioning because I'm expected to act normally even though I'm not normal. I'm not neurotypical, but I can fake it till I make it enough to where people expect me to be neurotypical. So I don't get this leeway and accommodations, and people don't really get it, and that can be pretty rough. Um, I also I get this misconception a lot that people think that when kids with autism they have meltdowns. That is the technical term for it. And people who don't have autism think it's just a tantrum and they're too old to be throwing a tantrum. Okay, that is not right. That is incorrect. It's false. It's not true. It's bullshit, and it's harmful to kids who have meltdowns to stage it that way. You know how I know it's not just a tantrum by a little kid? Because I had one 6 months ago. I was in my garden, literally rocking back and forth, crying like this. And my wife had to literally let me in the house because we'd been locked out, and that's why I had a meltdown. I spent all day in the mall, and it just got to me. It was too much sound, it was too much going on visually, and we took the bus home, and I was like, if I just make it in the house, I will be fine. And then the door was locked. We were locked out of our apartment, and that was the end of it. And I sat in the garden for 20 minutes crying in a ball, and I'm 28 years old, so you don't outgrow that shit. It's not something that children do for attention. It's not a tantrum. It is a meltdown because we literally feel pain because the world is loud and bright and has a lot going on. It's too much for us sometimes. It's not a meltdown. Or it's not a tantrum. But it's also like I love being me. So my autism isn't something that I hate or wish I didn't have. It gives me a lot of skills and really cool stuff that I can do that nobody else can do. Like, I do data science and I'm better at it than most because I can look at the parts of a puzzle and see the whole thing like that. I can look at raw data and tell you exactly what it says and tell you exactly what it means and what to do with your business to make millions just by looking at it. It gives me kind of that laser focus into the details to see the big picture, and this makes me really good at math. And responsible for things like I do gymnastics for fun, just because I got obsessed with gymnastics. So I did it for like a year. It has a lot of really cool things, but it can be really problematic when you answer the question that people ask and don't quite get what they actually meant. Um, so I'll leave it off there, but hopefully that gives you a little insight. I don't know. Anyway, like and subscribe. Jude out. Oh, hi, Jelly. This is my cat, Jelly. Hi, Body. Yeah. He loves hugs. Yeah. He really, really loves hugs. Don't you? In fact, he loves hugs so much, sometimes he just stands out outside your door and he howls until you let him in so he can get a hug. Isn't that right?